What's up mga beshies? We are back again, your resident chikadoras. I'm JLo.
And I'm V.
And we are Quaranchika.
Ayan! Episode 7 na tayo, Besh.
Yes!
Ito na yung last episode natin.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
This is the last one.
Diba parang ang lakas maka-reminisce pero parang kailan lang when we started.
Yeah, lakas maka-senti mode.
Oo! We had a lot of experiences, gano'n.
Been 2 months din, no?
Totoo, 2 months. And I'm very grateful sa opportunity ito na because we were able to work with very awesome people and we were able to meet, very awesome people as well. So, para doon sa mga hindi nakakalam about this, bakit namin ginawa yung Quaranchika. So, this is actually a project of our group or our CWTS or Civil Welfare Training Service under the NSPP. So, ito yung idea na ginawa namin. So, at first, marami kaming idea na inisip. May mga na-conceive na idea kagaya ng parang encyclopedia ba yun or dictionary that would define terms about COVID, gano'n. But ultimately, because, alam mo yun, parang mas relatable sa people yung pagchichikahan. And maraming tayong na pag-uusapan sa chikahan. Yeah, we stuck with the idea of a podcast. So, ayun, here we are, episode 7, final episode, di ba? Dahil parang hindi natin lubos akalain that, our podcast would also reach a lot of people. Natutuwa nga ako kasi yung tatay ko, abang na abang sa podcast. Minsan nga, mas updated pa sa mga pinopost sa Quaranchika kaysa sa akin.
Yeah. That is nice. I love that support.
Yeah. And also, I think this has helped people, especially in, during this quarantine. Kung saan, alam mo yun, parang sometimes you just want to hear chikahan. Kasi parang nakakabaliw na talaga itong online setup. And I am so happy, di ba, na parang we were able to discuss a variety of topics. So, we went full nerd on vaccine. Well, full nerd talaga. We went full nerd on vaccination. Tapos, we went with voting, initiatives, gano'n, hobbies. So parang nakakataba lang ng heart na we had a lot of things to talk about and marami tayong na-reach out sa people. Ayan. So ayun. So since last episode natin, Beshi, parang magkakaroon tayo ng recap. Ayan, may pa-recap tayo. Parang year-ender. Parang gano'n.
Ang taray ng year-end.
Yes, parang may pa-year-ender tayo.
Sem-ender lang.
Parang sem-ender, truly. So, i-recap natin yung mga episodes natin. Ayan, senti-senti mode. So, sige, simulan natin dun sa Turok to Me Baby. So, yun yung first episode natin. Tama ba? Yeah, yun yung first episode natin. Yung Turok to Me Baby. So, the highlight of this episode is about vaccines and vaccination in general. Ano yung mga practices. So, this episode mainly revolved on vaccine education. So, ano ba yung vaccine? At saka, ano ba yung mga dapat gawin kapag na-vaccinate? So, siguro, ang favorite part ko dito sa episode na to is yung dinebunk natin, di ba? Yung mga myths about vaccine. At saka yung and-explain natin what is a vaccine, what are the types of vaccine. Like, naalala ko pa when we debunked the myth na pag dinaccinate ka, mag-change yung DNA mo. Again, people, hindi po yun totoo. Hindi yun totoo, guys.
Yeah.
Like I said sa previous episode, we have our mRNA vaccines. Hindi po sila napupunta sa nucleus natin.
Hindi tayo bacteria.
Totoo. Hindi po dahil tinurok sila sa atin, may incorporate po sila sa DNA natin. Instead, didikit sila sa mga protein-forming bodies natin or sa mga protein-forming organelles known as ribosomes. Tapos, yun po, magpo-produce po siya ng viral particles na marirecognize ng cells natin, especially ng immune cells natin. So, parang sasabihin nila, okay, nakita na kita before. So, pag dumating na yung totoong virus, mas malalabanan nila ito dahil may memory na sila about it. So, ayan. So, ano po yun ha? Tandaan po natin, pag tinurukan tayo ng vaccine, hindi po tayo magiging virus. Ayan. Pagkasin po natin yan, mga beshi. So, it also comes with a call na as soon as, diba, kasi marami tayong kineso sa ating vaccination system. So, as soon as your priority comes na, pag kayo na yung nasa priority ng vaccine, magpaturok po tayo ng vaccine because it is very important to get vaccinated and let us follow guidelines. Of course, dapat talaga unahin yung mga frontliners natin, especially those working sa health sectors. Kaya, huwag po natin silang singitan sa pila or unahan kasi mas nangangailangan po sila ng vaccines ngayon. Kasi sila yung exposed talaga sa COVID, di ba? So, update sa vaccination program natin sa country. So, based sa current reports, may mga dumating ng mga doses, millions of doses yata from Sputnik. May ina-expect na darating. So, dumating na rin yung may AstraZeneca na rin dumating. Tapos may Sinovac na dumating. So, ayun, hopefully we reach our goal na magkaroon ng herd immunity. At saka, ma-roll out na faster yung vaccine. Kasi di ba we want to go back to normal na talaga. Like, other countries are going back to normal na. US are going back to normal. And we want to also catch up, di ba? And lastly, the pandemic is coming to a close as more and more people are getting vaccinated. So, yun nga, reiteration na faster rollout of vaccine means faster going back to normal. So, ayan. So, yun yung parang gist ng Turok to Me Baby. How about yung other episodes natin, Beshi? How about yung episode 2? Ano yung pinag-usapan natin that time?
So, our episode 2 is Make the Bata Boto. So, actually, I love the name of this episode. Kasi, diba, it's a play on Make the Bata Bibo. Which is like,
yes,
like the name of the event that we did ng first year. So, like, wow, nostalgic memories.
Yeah, so I remember that.
Yeah, diba? So, I was like, Make the Bata Boto. Like, this is so much like Make the Bata Bibo. It's so cool. So, yeah, on that episode, we talked about why and how to register. And of course, like, we talked about like, you know, it's our right to vote and that we should practice our right, and then the steps on how to go about it and how to do it safely. So, mga beshi, just remember yung processes syempre ng voters registration. There are many ways right now kung paano kayo mag-register. Pwede kayong pumunta na ng walk-in, pwede kayong comment ng i-rehistro. It's very easy to register right now, even within the pandemic. Like, I just got registered like recently, like May 26. And like surprisingly speedy naman yung process. Di naman siya tumagal ng sobra. And napafollow talaga yung safety protocols. So, kung takot ka dahil sa, yun nga, sa pandemic, napafollow naman yung protocol. So, please consider registering to vote if you're not registered yet. And you know, sorry, cut. Ayun nga, you know, one vote might seem unimportant, but it still counts. And together with the votes of the rest of the population, we can still make a change, mga beshi. Kung akala nyo wala namang bigat yung inyong boto, meron po. Individual ballots kasi it will snowball into what will decide the future of our country. Yun nga, as we said nung episode na yun, voting is not a privilege, it is a right, so we have to exercise it. To be responsible citizens of this country. So like this pandemic, we are reminded of how the government can largely affect how the nation reacts and deals with contemporary issues. So we really do have to think about who we want to vote. We really have to vote wisely in the next elections. Let us not give in to vote buying or just pipiliin nyo lang.
Totoo.
Gusto nyo nang hindi nyo naman kinikilala talaga yung mga kandidato. Sabi nga namin, di ba, sobrang kung kinikilala nyo ng sobra yung mga i-debate nyo, papangasawahin nyo, dapat kinikilala nyo din na mabuti yung mga kandidato nyo.
Oo, truly.
Ayun. So, voting is a right and a responsibility, and we choose who want to lead us. So, it is our responsibility to choose wisely, mga beshi, for the country and for the future generations, syempre.
Yes. Tumpak ka dyan, Beshi. So, diba, nakakatuwa, especially right now, na 59 million na raw yung tama ba? I'm not sure with my numbers, correct me lang po if I'm wrong. Basta around 59 or 60 million yung nakapag-register out of the 73 million na prospect voter. So, diba, parang nakaka-happy.
Nakaka-happy talaga.
So, for our third episode, so ayun, we talked about, so maganda yung topic, back vlog. Di ba? Back vlog. Parang pinaganda yung backlogs para pakinggan. Wow, back vlog. Pero backlogs talaga. So, kaway-kaway sa may mga backlogs pa dyan. Ako rin, meron pa. Ilaban natin. So, di ba, in this episode, we talked about helping other people. Helping other people for helping other people, giving advices or advice sa kanila on how to manage their load, how to find time to somehow relax, take a break, ganon. So we told them to pace themselves, stick to our routine, or find ways to distress, and also don't forget to help others. So dito natin, di ba, ine-emphasize na, again, in this online setup, alam naman natin how exhausting the online setup is. And we emphasize on being compassionate talaga kasi, di ba, as we always say in our previous episodes, we are in the same sea. Nasa the same sea or ocean tayo. Pero we are navigating through this sea or ocean with different vehicles. Yung iba naka-yacht, yung iba naka-ship, yung iba naman naka-boat. Pero yung iba sa atin, nakabalsa, ganon. So, iba-iba tayo ng sitwasyon, di ba? What might not exist for you, that does not invalidate the struggles of others, di ba? So, ganun yun. We have to be very compassionate, and also, we all know na everyone is doing their best to cope with the situation. Kasi alam naman natin na everyone wants to learn. Kahit, di ba, napakahirap ng setup, everyone has this desire to learn, to gain something. Gusto natin makakuha ng input kahit pa paano from this SEM or from this school year. Kasi those things will help us in the future. And this episode also came with a call, di ba, na genuine ACAD is now. Kasi yung genuine ACAD is now, hindi lang naman siya for students, but it's also for the faculty, for the teachers. Kasi hindi lang naman estudyante nahihirapan sa online setup na ito, Bessie. Lahat nahihirapan sa online setup, mga teachers, faculty, nahihirapan din silang mag-adjust. Kaya yung pag-call ng ACAD is now is beneficial for students and teachers. So what do we mean? What did we mean by that? So walang stringent deadline na kailangan i-submit on this time, both for students and teachers. Kasi yung mga faculty, yung mga teachers, may mga sinasubmit din sila or may mga deadlines din silang kailangang tapusin. So kasali din doon yung no-fail mark, ganon. So yun, yung mga calls natin during that episode. So, alam naman natin na kahit meron tayong mga instant messaging apps like Messenger, Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram, may mga conference apps tayo like Zoom, ganon, mahirap pa rin. Kasi, di ba, like I said, iba-iba tayo ng situation. At saka nagkakaiba-iba din tayo ng internet stability, ng connection. Ako nga minsan, nahihirapan din ako pumasok sa klase kasi, yun nga, connection sa internet at saka may mga brownouts pa minsan. So, di ba, nakaka-windang talaga itong online setup. And also, reminder also for our students, for fellow students like us, it's okay not to be okay. Ayan. Kasi, wag nating isipin na kailangan all the time okay tayo, ganyan. Kahit alam naman nating deep inside, gusto na lang nating umiyak, ganyan, mag-let out ng stress. It's okay to feel those things, okay? Hindi siya kakulangan, hindi siya kabawasan ng pagkatao nyo, guys. Kaya kung gusto nyo umiyak, kung gusto nyo mag-let out ng stress, then go, do it.
True.
And, ayan.
Preach.
Totoo, di ba? And also, let us take this chance to fight for a better education system. Parang wake up call na rin ito, itong pandemic, for all of us, to call for a better education system, di ba? Na yung education system na dapat inclusive for everybody, na hindi natin nakikita yung heightened class struggle, ganon. Yung education system na empowering siya para sa lahat ng tao. So, ayan. So, yun yung mga pinag-usapan natin during that episode, di ba? Parang, yun yung episode na naaalala ko na grabe yung hugot natin, Beshi. Grabe yung hugot natin at saka grabe yung ang haba ng episode na yun kasi, di ba, parang we had a lot of bubog, marami tayong bubog at marami tayong mga hinaing that we want to, to let out, to voice out. Ayan.
Yes. Sabi ko lang, sa mga nahihiyang umayak, kasi like, diba yung sasabi nila na kaya niya sa weakness, hiwa kayo ng onion. Nobody's gonna judge you if you cry. Kasi naghiwa kayo ng onion.
Pagkasimple
Kahit ayaw
lang.
mo umiyak, may iyak ka talaga. Pag nakahiwa ka ng onion. Yeah. Plus, kaya niya sa coping mechanism na. So, very valid coping mechanism. Yeah. Huwag kayong mahiyang umiyak mga beses. Pero, that's like one of the things
Grabe yun.
I live by. So, I'd rather cry. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway. So, ang episode na tayo? Episode 4. We're talking now about episode 4. Ang title natin ating episode 4 ay podcast kayo because, diba? Makakris ako ng energy. So, in that episode, we talked about hobbies. And how, hobbies is one of the ways to cope during this quarantine. So, we've talked about different kinds of hobbies, like, hobbies na may kinalaman sa education, hobbies na may kinalaman sa sports, or sa arts, or simply sa relaxation. There are many types of hobbies. And we also talked about the advantages of hobbies. And one of those main advantages is that, like, having hobbies helps ground us. It helps us calm our minds and get us out of our comfort zones. It helps us develop new skills, and it helps us build character as well. And of course, we said, like, not everyone has the same resources. But hobbies don't have to be expensive or bongga to be worthwhile. And these, of course, like, reminder lang, mga besties, this will not solve the problem, but it helps us manage somewhat. When you ground yourself, like, in the present, it's like, you can manage your thoughts better. I think, like, it's something that I learned in psych as well. May natutunan ako sa psych. So, like, it takes, it borrows some principles from, like, based therapy and mindfulness-based therapy. Na, like, when you have this particular thing na you can ground yourself in the reality and you can help change your thoughts. And when you change your thoughts, somehow, the world doesn't look so bleak. I mean, it probably doesn't work for people because everyone is different. But, like, maybe somehow it helps. Just one of the options we have to manage or to cope during this quarantine. Siyempre, mga beshi, okay din naman kung wala ka na-develop yung hobbies or interests. Since this pandemic does not provide the most ideal situation for people to easily try out. So, I mean, we are on the verge of a global recession. So, don't feel bad about it. It's just one of the ways that you could try to help you cope, but it's not like a prerequisite. It's not required. Nobody's forcing you to do it. Hobbies are not supposed, of course, to be like equivalents ng productivity and stuff. So, don't feel down, mga beshi, kung wala kayong nagawa or wala kayong bagong na-develop. It's perfectly fine. We are all focused on surviving right now, and the fact that you are alive and here and breathing, like that's a big achievement, like, in itself. So, hindi pa competition ng paramihan ng hobby na, okay, out of this pandemic na marami akong hobby, marami akong na-develop. So, it's not about that. Like, what we should take, I think, from this pandemic is that we should, like, emerge from this pandemic with a lot more compassion for people. I think that's the most important thing. It's not about how productive you were or how kung marami ka bang nagawa. You just the lessons that you learned from the pandemic to survive, live another day. Like, that's good enough.
Yes, that's true. See.
Yes.
Ayan. So, after we talked about hobbies, diba, parang we wanted to bring in something na parang more proactive. So, our next episode was, called Zoomers. Ayan. Parang it started siya with us being, parang Gen Zs, diba? Parang we are Gen Z.
Yes.
And alam mo yun, para palagi tayo nami-mistake ng older generations na millennials na tayo. Pero hindi po kami millennials.
Yeah.
We are Generation Z po. We are Gen Z. So, ayan. So, dito sa episode na ito, actually 2 parts itong episode. We had episode 5 and episode 6 dedicated for this one. So, di ba, what we did, fresh sa mind ko talaga kasi we just did this recently. So, in these episodes, what we did is we interviewed a lot of people, people who actually joined and started initiatives. So, I can still remember that during the take of these episodes, during the recording tayo, parang di ba, parang nakaka-inspire na makinig sa mga people who actually took a first step to do something for the community or for a certain group, gano'n. So, isa sa mga in-interview natin was Miss Macy Lee of Talang Dalisay. So parang their advocacy was dedicated towards raising mental health awareness at saka battling stigma. So also we had Miss Ali Santana of VTech or Youth for Women in Technology Incorporated. So their goal is to educate, inspire, and empower the youth to break gender stereotypes and make a difference using technology. Ayan. Tapos we also interviewed Sir Larry, Miguel Acuna of Hygiene Heroes. They want to teach preventive health in underprivileged areas through education. So yun yung they want to teach basic hand washing skills. They want to also spread information about vaccination. So nakaka-inspire yung mga ganun ko. So we also had Rafael Canolita of the Initiative PH. So it synergizes with young people development initiative for communities experiencing poverty, exclusion, vulnerability, and insecurity. So dito sa mga na-interview natin, parang the main pulots that I had during these is first, it's never too early to start an initiative. Like if you feel that you want to do something, like look at Miss Macy Lee. She started her initiative when she was in second year high school or grade 8. So, diba, parang it's never too early to start an initiative. And napulot ko rin siguro from Miss Ali Santana na hindi ka nag-iisa sa initiative mo. You will always have people who would help you in your initiatives, in the workload. And alam mo yun, parang at the end of the day, may fulfillment sa initiative, diba? Now, they get to do things that they really want. They get to advocate on issues that they want. And hindi lang yun for the chance. Kasi may natuturuan talaga silang people, may natutulungan silang community. And yun yung nakakataba ng puso. That we get to realize that there are people who really are striving. Aside from us now, we envision a better society in the future, not only for ourselves, but also for our children, their children's children, ganun. And hindi tayo nag-iisa because we have these people who are part or who started an initiative to aid in this development, in aiding our society to move forward. Ayan.
So, ampak.
Diba? Nakita po, parang, yes, ilabas na natin lahat na kailangan ilabas sa last episode.
Yeah. Also like how honest they are about the challenges that it's not easy, but at the end of the day they still keep going on because it's not about them, it's about a bigger thing. It's bigger than any of us. So, it's very inspiring. You're parang, okay, wow, maybe I should start going to initiatives as well.
Diba? Parang it's not always rainbows and butterflies.
Yes. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. So.
Totoo. Ayan. So, di ba, we were able to sum up everything sa ating past episode. Ayan, nasisenti lang ako, Beshi. Oh my God.
Yeah, kanina pa ako nasisenti. So, oh my God, last episode na.
Di ba? Parang, when we started, actually, parang, this thing was new to me. Although I've been hosting for quite a while, makapal talaga yung mukha ko siguro. Pero like, hindi sumagi sa isip ko na, okay, mag-speaker kaya tayo sa isang podcast. So parang, this was a very new experience. And it was a way also for me to, express my thoughts on certain issues. And at the same time, work with really awesome people. Like, honestly, grabe. Kung alam nilang po yung effort at saka yung mga ginagawa ng team behind us, the marketing team, the externals, the research and script, the editing team, yung mga nag-edit sa mga sabog naming boses, grabe po. Saludo po talaga kami sa kanila. True. And this was a really good experience, di ba, Beshi?
Like, it feels so good being part of a team. Like, ako kasi, usually mahiyaan ako. People don't approach me kasi I have a very bad case of RBF. People are always intimidated by me. It's kind of like difficult to be in a group. Also because I also get intimidated by people. Like they get intimidated by me and I get intimidated by them. Especially like this group like MBB kasi like oh my God, ang lolo din yung lahat. I just feel so out of place. Pero like it feels good. It feels very good being part of a team and working as a team. Like, it really is a group effort. Like, I have bad experiences kasi with groupings, especially high school. Diba? Ang daming chuba-chuba sa, mandaming floating, mandaming loafing. Pero, like, sa college, I think it's good kasi, like, everybody really is doing their part. It's so wholesome, and I love it. Like, it's good that I'm doing something outside of my comfort zone, and I'm actually enjoying doing the thing and enjoying spending time with you all guys. So, yeah.
Aww.
I'm in senti mode right now.
Oh my God, ako rin. If there's something that I would really miss, siguro yun yung before we start recording, yung nagkakamustahan tayo, kamusta na ba kayo, kamusta mga recs, kamusta mga backlogs, diba? How are you is a very simple and customary question na, pero yung impact niya for us, especially for me, iba. Kaya I really appreciate it pag may nagtatanong sa akin kung kamusta na ako, ganun.
And yeah, somebody cares, diba? So,
totoo. At saka mamimiss ko rin si Craig.
Si Craig, the bot.
Sa mga hindi ko nakakaalam, si Craig po yung recording robot namin. Siya po yung nagre-record sa amin every take.
We'll miss you, Craig.
Yes po, we will miss you, Craig. Isa po siyang bot or robot sa Discord na nagre-record po siya. So, mamimiss po namin siya. Yes. Ikaw, Bestie, ano yung mga mamimiss mo? Ano yung mga things that you will cherish?
I mean, almost everything, Besh. Like, it's not easy, of course, like doing the podcast, doing the script, for everybody, especially like ang daming subject and everything. Kasi kayo, nagme-majors pa kayo. But like, I really do love the experience. Siyempre, mamimiss kita, Beshi. Mamimiss ko yung mga editors. Mamimiss ko lahat, actually. And like, the chatting in general. And like, ang dami nating insight. Ang dami nating, quotable quotes. I love all of it.
Yes. Grabe, napaka-solid ng experience na to. At napaka-solid ng people behind it. Quaranchika was about educating ourselves, doing what we can, and demanding what we deserve.
And even if it is concluding na, even if this is the last episode, what we stood for will still live in each of our members, and of course in you, our listeners.
Yes, so something hopeful and nostalgic. Stay safe, take care, stay strong. Thank you for listening to us.
We hope Quaranchika made you feel a little less alone in these lonely times.
It has been a pleasure to talk to you guys, to impart knowledge, to share information, and to share anecdotes with you. I think ito na yung wrap up natin for the entire Quaranchika. Nasisenti ako. So, we would like to extend our warmest gratitude in behalf of the Research and Writing Committee, Alvin Adyong, Kim Cabral, Alessa Sumera, Ron Akda, Dominic Yap.
Also in behalf of the technical crew, Carlos Benefedor and Fajardo.
In behalf of the externals and marketing for our reach and for our guests, Miles Ko, Fred Matias, Evernim Ompakan, MJ Viernes, Jenna Castro.
And in behalf for our creatives team who are in charge for our teasers and infographics,
yeah.
Nina Larona, Jane Demata, and Daniel Oliveros.
And of course, yung mga naririnig niyo palagi.
Yeah.
mga kapitikan niyo palagi every Friday. Your resident Doras. This is J-Lo Garcerio.
And this is B. Let's just keep it B.
And also, we would like also to include our wonderful advisor, Sir Sam De La Cruz. So in behalf of everyone, we would like to thank you for supporting us sa palaging pakikinig at pagsubaybay sa Quaranchika.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This has been your resident Doras. I am J-Lo.
And I am V. Signing off for the last time.